right, crew, we're on the back road here. We are about 3/4 of a mile from the trail that we're going to turn in and go in on. We finally got the fall weather we've been waiting for, guys. 32 degrees, nice frost this morning. We've had frost this week. We had one really heavy frost where it got down into the mid-20s and everything froze. So nothing has been missed by the frost at this point now. Leaves are coming down. It's October 11th. We're excited. I can't wait to get out in the woods with the dog. We're going to actually be able to walk a little bit today. We're not going to be sweating after 15 minutes. What a change from last Saturday where we had 85 degrees last Saturday, which is just out of control for October. So big temperature swing. Super excited to get in the woods. Did get really lucky. Shot our limit of grouse last Sunday. So you would think we're probably going back to that same spot, but we're not. We are going to try the area that I hunted a lot last October. It's more brush, more swamp edges. There's islands of young aspen out in the swamps. We're going to see if we can walk out to some of them, but it's been a lot wetter this past summer, so I don't know if we can get to those. I'm not going to get wet up to my knees trying to walk across any of these bogs, but if we can, we're going to try to hit some of those aspen islands. Oh, there was a grouse on the side of the road. We just drove right by it. Just excited to get out, try a different spot. This area held way more birds last year than the area I hunted last weekend. I did try this area opening weekend, and the mosquitoes were out of control. The deer flies were out of control. It was just terrible. So I have not been back. Also ran into a lot of hunter pressure out here. So our goal, we're getting out here early. It is 7:34. So we're about 10 minutes, and I'm just about missing my trail here. So we're about 10 minutes after legal shooting right now. We are on the trail. We're gonna kind of drive slow, get back into where it forks off. We're gonna park the truck and we're gonna start walking. So hey, we'll see you out there. All right, real quick before we get back on this trail here. We've been walking 5 minutes and we just flushed a couple birds. I got multiple flushes, I think, on this one bird. But, I mean, we're really thick. I saw him on the first flush and he just went up and down and I just couldn't get my gun on him in time. And then we flushed another bird off the other side of the trail. And then we came back after him because I was pretty sure he landed. And we flushed him again. And then a third time. Probably a young bird if it's just leapfrogging and landing like that. But, all right, we're going to get back on the trail here, see if we can pick up a couple more. But that's good news. Come! Oh, should have been ready on that. Come! Got it! Got it! We just got a double. And I think we flushed 6 birds together in a covey here. That it, girl. Bring it here. Come. Come. There you go. Good dog. There's bird 1. Oh. Pretty birds. And a girl. Son of a gun. We flushed. First bird flushed across the trail. This bird I got. And then another bird flushed, and I should have been up and ready. Flew across the trail. And then another bird came right past me here. I should have had good Tacticam footage of that one. Took me 2 shots to get that one. And then this bird was laying right over here. And another bird flushed. So I don't know, what does that make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birds. Oh, so we're gonna regroup here, get the gun loaded. We're gonna go back, get this other bird that I shot out of the pines. And gosh, we might bump another bird or 2. I can't believe there were 6 birds sitting here. There were 2 birds sitting 50 yards. That's 8 birds in about 75 yards of trail. People telling me there's no birds this year. Get out, walk with that dog. Get out and walk. Get off your four-wheeler. Get out of your truck. There's birds. Come. Come on. There's bird number 2. Hold it. Small bird. All right, here's the second bird I flushed. I ain't joking you. I just shut the camera off and 2 more flushed out of that group. That was a group of 8 grouse. 8. And we got 2. So I guess that's pretty good. But honestly, if I wasn't filming, if I wasn't worried about where this bird went down, as you can see, it's thick. You don't want to take off after a bunch of birds and lose track of where you got one dropped. So we got that bird, and we might get a second flush of these ones up here, but they were coming back into these pines, sitting in the brush, and they all flew back into these pines. But no joke, we could have had 3, 4, 5 birds right there. All right, let's get after it. All right, guys, we just got to the end of this first leg, and this is a short trail. Like, we're talking a 10, 15-minute walk. We flushed 10 grouse, 10. 8 of them together in the first group, 2 of them 50, 60 yards up the trail from there. So that is just insane. You know, that first 2, I thought maybe I flushed the same bird 3 times. But after getting into that covey of 8, I'm kind of second guessing that. So, I mean, for sure, 10 separate birds. Possibly a dozen birds already, which is just wild. My fingers are freezing. I'm not used to these kind of temperatures yet. I don't have any gloves on or nothing. We're gonna loop around behind where several of these birds flew towards and just see if they're sitting on the backside of this little slough grass. So we'll walk off trail on the way back, and then we'll get up and walk the second leg of this trail. But what an awesome, unexpected surprise. Oh, Saturday, October 11th. We got frost, we got cold, and we got birds. All right, guys, it's 8:39, which means we have been walking less than an hour. We were pulling onto the drive-in portion of this trail at 7:34. So by the time we got back in here, parked and got out with the dog, yeah, it's been less than an hour walking, and we have flushed somewhere in the ballpark of 15 birds. All right, again, not traditional grouse cover that I hunt a lot of September, early October, but if you take a look back there, we got a swamp, spruce swamp. And then we come up here on this trail, and like I said, you can drive a pickup truck down this trail. Obviously, people have been. And I have flushed 15 grouse off this trail this morning with a dog. But you see, we come into some aspens here, right? We got the aspens, we got sort of the thick pines and whatnot. And then we come up into these scrubby jack pine and just cover, thick cover. We got birch trees on this side of the trail. And so even though this isn't the traditional pure aspen slash, it's holding birds for sure. All right, I'm gonna shut the camera off. All right, just got off the phone with my dad. I'm gonna meet him. We're gonna walk a trail together. So I tend to not talk to the camera and do as much of that when I'm with somebody else. But we're gonna walk. I'll have the Tacticam on. I'll try to film any retrieves if we get any retrieves. That's kind of a tougher trail, a lot of more off-trail stuff that I tend to do at the end of that. So I don't know if my dad will do that with me or not. He's turning 70 this year, so that off-trail tougher walking is definitely a little harder. But yeah, we're gonna go get to the truck here in about 150 yards and head to another spot. Good dog, bring that bird here. Bring that bird here. Good dog, good dog. Look at that one right there. We got another true double. 3 or 4 birds jumped up out of this group. I dropped one out in this nasty bog up here, so we got to go try to find that bird. But bird number 1 we got. Let's go try to find that other bird. God, you talk about tough to find where that bird went down out here. Look at this stuff. Waist high grass and tag alders. But I know I dropped that bird. You got it, girl? Come. Yes, good dog. Good girl, come. Good girl. Good girl. Good dog. Look at that one. Little bird. Hey, did I say it? Good bird dog pays dividends here. She got hot. I had the camera on. These birds erupted all together. What if I drop this bird out in? Like, you literally would have to step on it. And even stepping on it, you're going to struggle to see that bird. Let's get back up, keep pushing. We got 4. My dad's got 2 as well. So, hey, we're sitting at 6 birds for 2 hunters. Not a bad morning, huh? Nope, missed it. Dang. Come back, girl. Good dog. Well, I just missed, shut the camera off, walked into this stuff and had an absolutely perfect straightaway fish. And I got my limit. I got my limit. Bring it here, girl. Kind of dusted that one a little bit. Come on. Pretty sure, oh gosh, I think she's got it. I can see feathers floating everywhere. Where you at, girl? There you go, you got it. Good girl. Come on, bring it here. Come on, come, 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 all the way through me. Look at that dog, good dog. Oh, that's a nice one too. There we go, limit, 5 grouse, 2 hunts in a row. How's that? All right, well, my dad's got 2 birds in his pouch, so we're gonna keep walking this trail with him, see what happens. Oh, are you warm? You warm, huh? Good dog. Want some water? Want some water? There you go. There you go. Good job. You earned that, huh? You earned that. Good dog. Good dog. All right, crew. Back at my house, just laying the birds out for some pictures. So I apologize if you can hear some highway noise. Like I said, I've been having some issues with my camera, so my wireless microphone is just messing things up. I don't know what's going on. But, hey, Saturday, October 11th, and we got another limit of grouse. I stopped by one spot on the way home, like a 15-minute walk to see if we could get some woodcock. It's honestly, it's getting too mature for woodcock, but it's got a big beaver pond there. So I thought, maybe there'd be a few birds down with the big northwest winds we had. But we didn't flush a single bird. So I just decided to come home and not even go try that other spot. We literally were limited out by 10 o'clock this morning. And if you saw my opening interview, it was about 7:35 when we turned into the trail. Probably took us another 15 minutes to get back into the spot we walked. And I would have never expected those numbers of grouse. This was a spot that I hunted hard last October, and it was full of grouse last October. So when I went there opening weekend and didn't flush a single bird, you know, I put it in my mind that there's no way it went from having that amount of birds last year to none. And I told myself, once we get a good hard frost, we're gonna go check that spot out again. So even though I shot a limit of birds last Sunday in a completely different spot, I didn't flush that many birds last Sunday. I just kind of got lucky with the flushes we had. And I decided we're gonna go try this. I mean, you're not out anything to go try new spots. So again, we went 20 minutes down the road to a different spot and flushed groups of birds. The first group we came had 4 flushes out of. The second group, I know for a fact we had at least 8 separate birds get up, and I got 2 of those. Then flushed a couple singles and met up with my dad, and we got back into that old pine plantation where I walked the edge of it, where it's 20 yards wide of brush and aspens, and then it's a big spruce tamarack swamp. And the first group we flushed, I flushed a group of 4, and then multiple single birds, and then we had a double at the end where I ended up getting one of those birds. I think I got some footage of these ones too. I had the Tacticam on, I ran it a bunch. It's probably going to take me over an hour to try to get all that footage off the Tacticam. It is really slow downloading those off the Bluetooth. So I'm hoping I can find all the flushes, and I'm hoping I got, I know I didn't get the last one on footage, but I think I got the majority of them. So again, get out there and walk. If you are riding a 4-wheeler around, you definitely are going to come across some birds. But if you are out walking and kind of getting off the trail, the amount of flushes you're going to put up is going to be significantly more. Are you going to get everyone? No. Is there going to be some bad luck and some tough shooting? Absolutely. I had one bird right next to me get up behind a balsam tree. I had another bird right next to me fly straight into the sun. There's nothing you can do about those, but we had over 20 flushes this morning. It was a spectacular morning, and if it's not raining, I think we're going to get out there again tomorrow. So probably going to have some grouse for dinner, and like I said, maybe take my kids out this afternoon and probably take the dog back out for a Sunday hunt as well. So hey, I guess the big takeaway is just get out of the house, get out in the woods. It's here, the woods are open. October's the best month of the year if you ask me. So we'll see you out there again. And hey, one more thing that I don't ever say, but if you're enjoying these videos, we hit over 830 subscribers this past week. Like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be amazing to get up to 1,000 subscribers this season. I do my best to give tips. I'm not making any money on this. I just do it because I enjoy doing the videos. And I've just been kind of really enjoying some of the support, some of the comments, some of the people who've watched my videos for a few years now. I appreciate it. It's really cool. I do this because I love being in the woods. I love grouse hunting. I love northern Minnesota. And if you're enjoying the videos, go ahead, subscribe, because then, hey, when the new videos come out, you'll get notified. You know, hopefully I'll be doing this in the future years too. But for a season where people are saying there's no birds, hey, you know what? We're finding birds. So if you need tips on where to go, I think I do a pretty good job showing the habitat I'm in and the areas I'm hunting. And if you got questions, let me know. Drop it in the comments if you have questions. I try to answer them. I get the common question, where are you at? Well, I'm certainly not going to drop a pin on a map for anybody, but the fact of the matter is I'm not that far north, right? I'm north of Highway 2, but I also hunt a little bit south of Highway 2, and I do run up further north of my house on an occasion. So I spread out is kind of what I'm telling you. There's not necessarily always one spot that I just have a secret little honey hole, right? I'm running into other hunters. It's all public land. If you want to find grouse like this, you can do it too. It's not that hard to find grouse. You just got to get out and put some time on your boots, guys. So hey, like and subscribe if you enjoy the videos, and we'll see you out there again. Hey, last thing I'll mention, always check what the birds are eating, right? Told you they're going to be getting into those buds, or catcombs, some of these are called. Still got a few leaves in them, but they're definitely transitioning to the heavy brush, into the spots where you're going to find good quality food for a grouse. So hey, there's your tip. You might not be in the aspens, you might be in the heavy brush, you might be kind of on the edge of some of these big openings back in the forest. Deal.